Hello and welcome back to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague live here from the DreamHack Monster Energy Studios. Our first series is behind us. It was Virtus.Pro taking on Ninjas in Pyjamas, and Ninjas in Pyjamas were not able to win a single game or do very well in lanes either. And we talked about this. If you don't win your lanes, you're probably not winning the game neither.
They picked their puck, and I thought it would have went well because they usually, I think they have like a 66% win rate on like 30 games. And I was like, you know, it's a good start. It didn't work.
Yeah, I'm not the hugest fan of puck this patch. Partially for, you know, like against Bounty Hunter, he just kind of like finds him and...
Yeah.
I mean, it was exactly what happened in this game at some point. They were like ganking the Bristleback, who got living armor, who was fine. Bounty Hunter shows up, kills puck. I mean...
Yeah, the level 1 fight as well, when your Bounty Hunter gets first blood and already has boots and an orb of venom, all of a sudden game is
that's hard.
Super hard.
Very hard, yes.
Yeah.
It's it was a bloodbath. Now at some point, I think Virtus.Pro was feeling like, you know what, we got this in the bag. We're just gonna run around and kill people.
They definitely went ham.
Yes, maybe slightly too ham. I actually think that at some point maybe. If it was still 6.83, there would have been a chance there for a comeback because they threw away a lot of kills, a lot of lives, kind of traded evenly in some of the fights. There was a fight where everybody died.
Yes, that's actually the one I chose, Shiva, so you can...
Oh, wow.
Oh, good segue.
Perfect segue. With that being said, let's go to the drawing board.
So Shiva was singing Smooth Criminal in the intro.
I stopped before.
Yeah, but now it's in my head and that's all I can hear.
I stopped before the
I used to do the whole segment to that tune,
All right. So, okay, if we pause real quick, we can actually see it's 14 minutes into the game. And this is G on his bristleback with treads, Vanguard, bottle, full magic wand, and a drum of endurance. And he definitely endures a lot of spells here.
He has so much gold. Look at the difference between the net worth between him and the second highest.
Yeah, it's pretty substantial. But in fairness to Nip, they have a lot of magical damage, and they're not afraid to use it all on one hero. So they basically just do everything they can, and they manage to take down G. But if you so he's dead for 45 seconds. That's kind of important here. And then FNG walks in, gets a 2-man overgrowth, and they just keep tracking people here. And Illidan comes in and starts. He's eating people alive here, and they all have track on them, which is the most important thing.
More gold, please.
More and more gold. And if you can watch the net worth, he was at like 4.5, and it keeps going up as the clip goes on. Now this is so insane. Axe buys back, runs in, and this the Winter Wyvern in these fights is so amazing. He just constantly like heals people up, especially against physical damage dealers like Axe. Like, sure, the Rubik stole the lightning, but it didn't really make that much of a difference. They get a really nice call on. Then all of a sudden, look who starts to come back. If you look at the minimap, Bristleback's already respawned and he's charging back into the fight.
And here he comes.
Oh my god, this is just like they're just going ham right now. It's like
Axe actually got some work done there.
Yeah, he did. So we were talking about that in the production room. His nose was actually in the light strike array because he was snotting on them, and that's why he got stunned there.
What? His nose was in...
Yeah, because he was throwing snot on them.
I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, he leaned over the light strike array.
I don't think your hitbox changes when you're snotting people.
Do you code Dota, Shiva?
No.
Well, I do, apparently. And the nose is very important. Yeah.
I'm going to check that out.
I'll take your word for it. I believe you.
Thank you, Matt. Shiva Googling things later about noses in Dota.
I actually do think, to Nip's credit, I think they played fairly okay from behind. I think they made a lot of you know, the kind of risks that you have to take when you're that far behind. You know, like diving into the woods, knowing that they might get pounced on, but they picked up a few kills there. I thought their decision making was actually pretty okay given the situation.
It was a lot to do with VP kind of splitting up and just kind of running at them though.
Yeah.
At the same time, but yeah, even the base defense when they went high ground, when VP went high ground, Nip kind of looked strong. You know, there was a little part of me that was saying maybe they can win this fight, but it turned out that
there's a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, exactly. The Treant heal on top of the Winter heals were just, it was too much for them.
Well, and the man that made this draft possible is the man that we're going to talk to, so it's time for an interview with FNG. Hello, FNG.
Hello.
Congratulations on your wins again today. Nice to talk to you again.
Thank you.
So there was a mini patch yesterday, and I thought that that mini patch was meant to make the type of games that you just had less possible. Did you feel anything different in terms of playing the game with the mini patch being in?
Yes, we got. Did you saw how much gold and XP we got from first 2 kills in RuneSpot?
I did not see the experience. No.
No one even get 1/4 of level.
Okay,
yeah.
that
It
makes
was
a
2
difference.
kills and everyone got like almost 0 XP.
Okay. Well, yeah, that didn't seem to stop you very much, though. Was still very strong showing.
You guys,
Russian spirit, I can't stop it. Illidan just went into tier 2 tower into 5 years. I was screaming, Illidan, just get back, stop it. And then I just said, okay, guys, let's play it YOLO. They want to fight with us, and we went full YOLO mode.
That's the most CIS Dota thing I've ever heard in my
yeah,
life.
yeah. You tried to control them, then you're like, nah, screw it, let's just go.
Yes, like why should we stop? We are CIS, they are not, so we just won.
Yeah, they made NIP play their game.
Yeah, it was
and
very
Mm.
worked.
good. You guys seem to like Winter Wyvern a lot. Is it because of the heal? Is that the thing you pick it for, or is it also like a combination of the spells?
I think it's a combination of spells because first skill, I don't remember how it's named, but it's give to Winter Wyvern 1 key range, and he can just shoot everyone with vision of track, and Lesha can spam from high range, so
Yeah.
it's I think it's almost imbalanced, but still this hero you can't pick it on first pick, but you can pick it almost every game.
Yeah, you seem to pick a lot with Leshrac as well. Like Leshrac just casts his spells and then you use the heal on him and he's pretty much immortal.
Yeah.
Have you actually, I was watching this anime about food. It's called, I can't pronounce the name. It's called like Food Crazy or something. It's Shogiku no Sama. Have you seen that one? Where the
No.
guy's a chef. You should watch it. It's very, very good.
Okay.
It's my recommendation for you.
Okay.
Pick of the day.
Yeah.
A recommendation of the week. Well, our next series is going to be Burden versus Vega. Do you have any predictions for that match for us?
I think it's gonna be also CIS fighting. Nothing
Okay.
special.
Good.
Like every game in 48, this patch is almost about fighting. This is like a Mortal Kombat Dota 2 XXX Dota, something like that.
You still had a question about the summit?
I was just gonna ask. Yeah. So did you guys did you watch the drafts at the summit? Did you kind of take any inspiration from the way that they were playing? This last weekend, the teams that were there.
Yes, I think the most heroes that I liked it was Bristleback, and we are also trying to pick it, and
It worked.
yeah, it worked.
Just give G Bristleback and
Yeah.
he'll just charge right in. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And with the heroes that you have to back it up as well. Winter Wyvern as well as Train Protector.
Yeah.
Easy game.
Good combo, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us again. Do you have anything you want to say to your fans or shout out your sponsors?
Nothing.
No?
Just yes, fighting. Nothing special.
Okay, well, thank you very much and have a good evening.
Okay, thank you.
And that, of course, was FNG for Virtus.Pro, who are 2 points ahead now in the rankings. Let's take actually a quick look at the rankings to see how they stand right now. Virtus.Pro still has some games to play coming week. I believe like 3 series or so. Maybe my calculations are off, considering I see them. They're more than 3 series. Let's go with that. But overall, I mean, they're doing well. They're on the right track.
Yeah.
Now, the thing for them is, and I actually think Virtus.Pro is one of the teams that we can say, they're going to go through to DreamHack Summer. It's not one of the teams I worry about.
Okay.
Now,
So-
the things that I'm curious about is the top 2. Because the top 2 gets an easier time at DreamHack Summer than number 3, 4, 5, 6.
I think Alliance aren't really in a safe spot. For
No,
top
I don't
2 at
think
all.
so
Probably not,
either.
No.
No.
They're probably even maybe going to be 5th or 4th, judging by their...
Depending on how the rest of the games go. I mean, we've not seen Burden United a lot or Na'Vi.
They looked very strong though last week when we watched
They
them.
did, but they only had one series. We can judge it off one good day. We are going to see them again in the second series.
You're
So
going to see them close soon, rather.
yes.
Soon.
And I mean, even though Vegas Squadron, they lost 3 games, we have to imagine that those games are against Empire and Alliance. So it's not like they lost
Exactly.
against teams that we consider to be weak. So
I was just going to say, I think Vega actually has a pretty good chance of doing well here.
Yeah, they're very,
think so
very
too.
strong. Honestly, like players like Mag, like I've watched them for years now, and every time he just impresses me on heroes like Centaur. His Beastmaster is like so on point. I know, I just love watching Mag, I'll be honest.
This is their kind of patch too, I think.
I think
so
just
too.
with the way lanes are and that kind of aggressive Dota being rewarded.
Do you think Beastmaster kind of fits into this patch though? Like, he kind of takes a while to get online.
no, he just needs to get level 6.
Yeah, but like in that game we just watched, it was like constant fighting
Yeah.
for 17 minutes. Where like they don't have long cooldown ultis. They have heroes like Treant, Leshrac that have like constant uptime. Bounty Hunter on their ultis.
I think if you put him mid, it's better than putting him
true.
off lane probably, because then he actually reaches level 6 before or at when the fighting starts, or rather, he can be the one that makes the fighting start. Because he doesn't need per se a blink dagger. Once he gets level 6, he can make things happen straight away. And I think those are the kind of heroes that we will be looking forward to
I
seeing.
also think it kind of slows down the game a little bit having Beastmaster.
A little bit.
Yeah, you have the vision constantly. You also have the threat of Roar against them. You know,
Yep.
it would slow it down a bit, I think.
At the same time, though, like I think a lot of Beastmasters, I think a lot of his strength is in that split push. You know, he threatens split push a lot of the times, and you see those builds where he'll go like Necrobook and then immediately into travels, and so he's just kind of all around the map the entire time. And there's just not a lot of that. There's not a lot of room for a lot
There's
of
no
that right
time.
now.
The game's over in 15 minutes.
And so, like,
Fairly
if
today
you do
they are.
badly in lane or like you don't get to that start, then you're not going to have time to get online and do that
Yeah.
kind of play. And so it limits the kind of things that he's able to do, I think, in the game.
Yeah, it would have to just be a different type of Beastmaster if you're going to play him in the current way people play the Dota game. And I want to say, like, play the game this patch, but who knows what's going to be happening this patch, perhaps. Teams will find a way to stop the fighting, and we'll have something entirely
Yeah, like
amazing happen.
every few days we just see completely different types of Dota
Yeah.
games. It's actually cool to watch. Like.
Yeah. Now, the next series doesn't start until like 9 p.m., which is in 45 minutes. And we'll be back already in 35 regardless, so don't worry about that. But before we leave you with a screen of nothingness, we're going to look at the box.
There's music playing.
There's Monster Cup.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have got a giveaway, or not really a giveaway, because we are not going to give it away to anybody. We're going to give it away to the person that
Definitely not giving it
correctly
away to Shane.
votes.
Well, we'll see. If I enter the competition and legitimately
Correctly votes their MVP
win. Ooh.
for this week's league play. And I say this week, but this week, in this case, actually ends on Thursday. So it's today's games, tomorrow's games, and Thursday's games. And at the end of Thursday, it will actually be Heyoka that will decide which player is your most valuable player. Is that a most MVP player? Most valuable player.
Most valuable
The most
player.
MVP.
The most MVP. No, most MVP
PPPP.
player. Most valuable player.
He's extra valuable.
Yes.
Yeah, extremely.
But that
Extremely
player,
extra valuable.
yeah, if you want to actually put in your name and your MVP for this week's league
You have
play,
to give a reason.
you have to also give a reason, you have to give a motivation, but you also have to do it at facebook.com/ROG Nordic. You can't just put it in Twitch chat.
Well, you can, but you're not going to win.
But you're not going to win. No. Okay, so facebook.com/ROG Nordic, and of course, select your MVP with motivation of why. And perhaps Heyoka will choose the same one with the same motivation. And then if there's multiple people that have the same answer and the same motivation, then it's going to be up to ASUS to decide who actually wins. Now, coming weekend, I say like this league play ends like on Thursday. It's not actually true.
Yeah, we have like 2 monster days on the weekend. We have Friday and Saturday where we wake up at like 9 a.m. and start casting Dota.
No, we don't wake up at 9 a.m. We're in the car at 9 a.m.
Well, wake up in the
For the
car.
Dota
What's the
players.
difference?
Well, I actually take a bit more time, so I
You
probably wake
also
up
have to
7:30.
drive. I don't have to drive.
I
You
have
can
to
just like
drive.
carry me out to the car.
I
and just-
won't carry you out to the car.
Yeah, you need some sort of like a slide.
A slide.
You just slide from your bedroom straight into the
DreamHack.
car.
We need a slide in our
Yeah.
house. Otherwise, we will not be on time.
Efficiency is really the key
Yeah,
here.
it really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you get that, Cheever? Can you get a slide
No,
for
I
us?
cannot do that. No. But this weekend is a monster weekend. It's super weekend. There's Friday and Saturday. There's going to be Pyrgen and 8 Mother, in addition to already Heyoka as a guest. And it's going to be amazing. There's going to be like 10 games each day because there's 5 2-game series. And at the end of Saturday, we'll find out which teams will go to DreamHack Summer. But first, we have to still have some games today. And the games, as said, start at 9 p.m., which is in 44 minutes from now.
You can also come, Shiva.
You can also come to yeah, this is true. You can also come to watch the games from the studio. And if you want to do that, you can go to dreamleague.dreamhack.se. And you can
Yeah,
find...
we know the URL now.
No, that's pretty good.
You can find all your information there.
Sorry.
That's a good place to look, though. It has, you know, things on a website.
Yeah.
What?
Like information,
Yeah, like words.
data, yeah, words,
What are you saying?
sentences,
Where?
We're talking about the DreamHack
times maybe.
website.
Yeah, dreamleague.dreamhack.se. You can find everything
Pictures.
there. And you'll get a hot dog and Monster Energy drinks.
It's
But
pretty
not
fun.
at the same
Or-
time necessarily.
Not at the same time. Not if you don't want to.
I don't know. I guess
I mean,
you
you could put the hot dog in the monster, but it wouldn't be very good. Is what I was thinking.
can like dip it in.
You
Yeah.
can soak it. Soak
It's
the
not.
bread.
I don't think it makes a very good, like a good dipping sauce.
I don't know. I haven't tried it personally. I don't know. I remember there was one, I think 2 years ago, and we had like a crowd of, I don't know, like 100 people. And it was actually really fun because like you just chat away and it's like meet everyone. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You can touch Shane, like I'm doing right now.
This is a demonstration of what you can do. But there's like a limit on time. So that was a bit long.
Okay, well, you know, just scale that down in your minds.
That's
And
what
I
you have
might
to look
smile.
forward to. Great. So we'll be back in, well, I guess in about 30 minutes. We'll be back in about 30 minutes. Yes, 30 minutes. And then
Time.
we're back for Burning United taking on Vega. We'll see you then.